If you are single or you are in and out of a relationship multiple times, don't worry about it. Your soul already has a plan for you. I have been single my whole life, and I used to be someone who will fantasize about relationships and yearn for a partner. But as I grew older, I have come to this place of peacefulness, a peaceful place where I don't need a partner to be happy. I'm okay being single the rest of my life. I don't need to chase or seek a partner for fulfillment. And this is a very great place to be in. I know a lot of us may have this shame and anxiety for not being in a relationship because maybe our society or the people around you keep asking you why you aren't in a relationship. Like for example, in Asian society, especially Chinese, during festive season like Chinese New Year, relative will ask you, are you attached? Do you want me to recommend someone to you? Like even my manager, my ex-manager, wanted to recommend somebody to me. The pressure from the society makes you feel like you are incomplete or that something is wrong with you. But actually, there isn't anything wrong with being single. Many years ago, someone left a comment on my blog saying that they are approaching 30, 40, or 50, I don't remember the age, but they feel like they don't have enough time to conceive a baby. They want to get a partner quickly, get married, and have a baby. They felt like they are running out of time. But this societal pressure doesn't do you any good. It makes you feel small, like you did something wrong. For female especially, they not only have the society pressure, they also have their biological desire, wanting to conceive, right? And for some parts, it's also a spiritual desire. When you have a baby, you have to drop your old identity as a young woman, like a woman who can go out and party, have fun. You now become a mother, your identity shifted. That in itself is a kind of a spiritual awakening because you're letting go of your old identity, you're grieving over what you have lost as a young lady. And for some of the ladies out there, when you have a baby within you, when you're pregnant, you don't only have to take care of yourself now, you have to take care of the baby. So if you haven't been someone who love yourself, you don't feel worthy, for the first time, when you're taking care of the baby, you're taking care of yourself. So there is a big shift and transformation when you're pregnant. What your soul truly desires is this connection with yourself, understanding that you are worthy, that you deserve love. That is more important than being in a relationship to conceive a baby. Because when your desire is to have a baby, you might make the mistake of choosing any person that is available who may not be a good fit for you just to get married, get attached, and have a baby. But if you truly understand what your soul desire is a transformation. It's the letting go of that old identity and getting closer to yourself, to your soul. And this can be achieved with or without conceiving a baby. Of course, for most ladies, being pregnant is a doorway to a huge awakening, a huge transformation. I do sense there is an evolution in terms of how the mass consciousness is shifting. It used to be like people around you are pressuring you to, start a family. Most people are focused in the 3D physical matrix, but now there's a shift to a 4D, four-dimensional world, which is focused more on the mental side of things. People, like I said before, during Chinese New Year, people will ask whether you have a boyfriend or girlfriend. But nowadays, people don't say these things anymore. They don't ask this question. Maybe because out of shame from that society, they have been told that they ask too much, and the younger people, the younger generation doesn't like this. And so they stop asking this question as much, which is a great thing. But we also have shifted from 3D physical matrix to a 4D dimensional world, which is more mental focused. When you tell somebody you're single, they may think that you have some relationship issues or psychological issue that you need to fix and overcome. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all may have some attachment issue, fear of intimacy, maybe insecure attachment. And of course, all these things are good to recognize and transform within you. But ultimately, I realized that I was single this whole time because my soul desired this. From the very earlier days when I'm daydreaming about having a partner and being gay, it's very easy for me to have dive into the sexual world and just develop sexual physical relationship with the other man. But something inside me doesn't resonate. I don't want to get involved with another person just based on physical needs. I need something more. I need that heart to heart connection, the soul to soul connection. And it's not even the mental connection. It's not even finding someone who gets me, who understands what I'm thinking or share the same interests as me. It's someone who I felt really open with my heart, which helped me connect with my heart. Some of my friends and people may say that I'm too picky or too stubborn, but I always listen to my intuition. I don't want to force myself to do things that doesn't resonate deep down. I know deep down that I wouldn't feel fulfilled even if I just get into a relationship with just anybody. You get what I mean? So why bother going in the first place? And for people who doesn't understand this soul connection, they might think that, oh, I have some psychological issue, I have intimacy problem, I cannot get close to people. No, that's not true at all. I'm willing to open my heart to people who I felt right. It's just that the people who I used to love or have crush on are people who I'm attracted either physically or mentally because I daydream and fantasize about them. It's not the real love. It's not the one that's connected with the heart and soul. Some of my friends will ask me, oh, you need to go and try. You need to go and have relationship with both male and female. Then you will know whether that is your true sexual orientation. But I don't need to try to know what I know deep down inside. For many people, yes, that may be the case. They need to go through several relationships and learn from each relationship to fully discover themselves. But for some of us who are more tapped in with our intuition, we know what our soul truly desires. And I'm not trying to say either way is wrong or bad. Our soul chooses the path that is of the least resistance to you. For me, I'm willing to listen to that little voice who doesn't feel that getting into a relationship resonates with me. I listen to that voice. But for some of the people, they just need to experience to know it. And there's nothing wrong with it. We all have different paths. Ultimately, your soul will guide you to the path that you are able to receive the wisdom the most. Even if you go through relationship after relationship, don't blame it or put the blame on yourself that is something wrong with you or like you have such relationship issues. Before you can have a wonderful relationship, your soul brings you to this so-called feared relationship so that you can truly understand what your soul desires. Because without the contrast, without making mistakes, you might not understand what your soul wants. For me, being single is really good for me because often am attracted to people who are emotionally unavailable, who I like them, I'm interested in them, but they are uninterested in me at all. Facing this situation helped me to develop a better self-esteem, like love myself more. Because initially I would always pin it on me, like if someone doesn't like me, then it must be my fault. It must be what I've said. Did I message them something wrong? And did I come off too needy or too pushy? And that would trigger my anxiety, my insecure attachment style. And that actually helps me to resolve my codependency, because I used to feel like I need to do a lot to get people to like me. But now that I've come to this peaceful place, I don't try so hard anymore. I felt like if people are interested in me, they will come to me. Like, I don't have to try so hard. After the 3D and the 4D comes the 5D. After the matrix, social conditioning, the societal expectation that you need to get into a relationship, to the mental stuff, like your attachment style, your relationship patterns. After all this resolve or come to a balanced place, you'll find that what your soul truly desires is just a heart-to-heart connection, a soul-to-soul connection. And there are a few people in this world that you genuinely feel a heart connection with. They could be your soulmate, could be your twin flame, whatever you want to call them. And I know I have a few people who I have a strong heart connection with. And it doesn't mean that I would get into a romantic relationship with them, but I know that the bond exists. It's not just some delusion or fantasy in my brain. I really feel it in my heart. When I first met my twin flame, or you can say a friend who have a strong bond and connection, after a few meetings, I felt like, oh no, I'm falling in love with him. And I didn't want to fall in love with him because he is not gay. He's interested in women. And I was doubting and really skeptical about my fantasy mind. Like, am I going to that place where I'm fantasizing about relationship, thinking that he's the one that would complete me? I was very skeptical about it, and I didn't want to fall in love. But then I hear a deeper voice within me from the higher self. The voice didn't say that he is the one. The voice says that he is the last one. And hearing that somehow made me feel very at ease and at peace. He's the last one, meaning that I'm no longer going to chase after people anymore. Because he was the last one. He was the last one that I will ever open my heart to. And even though my twin flame and I didn't get into a relationship, but this opening of my heart is really the last time I'm open my heart fully, in the sense that in the past I used to love others, I have crush with others, but my heart wasn't truly open. And this time when I met my twin flame, I really felt this heart-to-heart connection. Even now that he's in a relationship with another woman, I felt a strong bond and connection with him in the heart. And that's all it matters, because the gift that I receive from him through meeting him is that my heart is now open. And when my heart is open, I'm in the place of unconditional love. I'm not seeking other people to give me love, because I am love. And I realized that my soul arranged to meet him here in this lifetime is to help me open my heart. And that's all I need for my spiritual connection. All I need is to be myself again, be my true self, which is that of unconditional love. So my point of this video is that is to remind you not to try so hard in relationship. Whether you are single or you are in a relationship, both are secret path to awakening. Both will bring you transformation. If my twin flame and I are meant to be together, we will be together. Nothing will stop us. You know, I don't have to try so hard. Especially if you are the feminine energy, your role is just to receive. Your role is to receive the gift. You're not here to, figure out a way to attract the other person, to manipulate the relationship or him in such a way that they will love you. That is all the ego stuff. That is not something from your heart, from your soul. And I'm also not waiting for my twin flame to, come for me, because that is his job. Like, he get to make the decision. I'm not yearning or waiting. I'm just focusing on myself, focusing on being happy and being peaceful in my life, and being that unconditional love that he has opened me to be. So if you are feeling anxious, ashamed of yourself, I feel like you're incomplete about being single, I encourage you to find a peaceful place within yourself and just spend some time connecting with yourself. Trust your intuition. Your soul will lead you to the right path, whether is it with someone or without someone. And that's all I have to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.